This week brings another frightening load of horror on the printed page. Here's what's new in horror comics, June 22nd, 2022. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Let's check out this week in comic book horror, June 22nd, 2022. Cover of Darkness number 6 is from Source Point Press. The story is by George Michail with art by Chris Cam. All of the monsters we've followed in this book, which reimagines the classic Universal monsters, come together as the creators add orcs, dragons, and goblins into the mix in this, the final issue of Cover of Darkness. It's got a cool cover, too. NOOK number 1 is from Source Point Press. The story is by Thusat with art by Marcello, Biott. This one sounds interesting. It's about a family who flees Nazi Germany during World War II to the edge of France, but soon they find their home is haunted by a dark past and a strange cat named Nook. This looks like a moody little horror yarn, drawn in a childlike style that is full of emotion and turmoil. I'm in for this one. The Lonesome Hunters, number 1, is from Dark Horse Comics. The story and art are by Tyler Crook. While the premise is a bit overused, that of an elderly monster hunter teaming with a younger monster enthusiast to face some old beasts and sins of the past, this book is written and drawn by Tyler Crook. Crook has become an artist I love to follow as he has provided some quality panel work in books like Harrow County, BPRD, Parasomnia, and Manor Black. I'm definitely interested to see what a pure Tyler Crook comic would be like. Zombies vs. Robots Classic number 4 is from Image Comics. The story is by Chris Ryall with art by Ashley Wood. This series represents the classic Zombies vs. Robots issues. This one collects some of the short stories found in the ZVR annual, as well as some other more obscure appearances. I love this series the first time around, so you don't miss it this time. Elvira in Horrorland number 2 is from Dynamite Entertainment. The story is by David Avallone, with art by Silvia Califano. Elvira bounces into a literal Kubrickian universe as she is lost in a multiverse of horror movies. Watch our mammarian-gifted mistress of the macabre try to escape the axe in this titillating tale. Did someone say, ass, titties, titties? No, but that cover sure did. I Hate This Place number 2 is from Skybound Comics. The story is by Kyle Sparks, with art by Artyom Topilin. I really dug the first issue of this new horror series as a couple moves into what looks to be the center of every paranormal and supernatural phenomenon one can imagine. In this issue, we get to know some of the motivations of the monsters that lurk on the land around their home. I love the kitchen sink kind of storytelling this book uses. Bring on the second issue. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Number 116 is from DC Comics. The story is by Derek Fridolfs with art by Randy Elliott. It's another issue of the property that was my gateway drug into horror. Having loved Scoob and the Gang as a kid, it really introduced me to madmen and monsters at a young age, and it never went away. In this issue, Velma heads to the eye doctor and runs afoul of a rampaging Cyclops. But is it a real Cyclops, or just Old Man Jenkins again? It's Old Man Jenkins again, isn't it? Only those who check out this issue will find out. But it's probably Old Man Jenkins. Just saying. Bloodstained Teeth, number 3, is from Image Comics. The story is by Christian Ward, with art by Patric Reynolds. This issue introduces a new vampire to the mix, a vamp who likes to wreck his car and feast on those who stop to help him. Can't wait to see this shady vamp meet the shadiest of all vamps, Atticus Sloane, who is the star of this series. Will the fangs fly, or will they become the best of buds? Find out in this toothy issue. NOCTERRA, number 11, is from Image Comics. The story is by Scott Snyder, with art by Tony S. Daniel. Surrounded by shadow-infested creatures in a world without sunlight, the trucker convoy looks for a sliver of hope to escape in this hit series by hit writer Scott Snyder and hit artist Tony S. Daniel. I hear this series is a hit. In all honesty, This is an awesome comic, worth checking out. Something is Killing the Children, number 24, is from Boom Studios. The story is by James Tynion IV, with art by Werther Dell'Edera. Monster hunter Erica makes her way to New Mexico to take on an all-new beast, while being pursued by another kind of monster. I continue to be entertained by this, James Tynion IV's best series. The Silver Coin, number 11, is from Image Comics. The story is by James Tynion IV, with art by Michael Walsh. James Tynion IV returns to this anthology comic following the horrific events that occur in the proximity of a specific cursed coin. In this issue, a fireman recovers a cursed coin from the wreckage of a nightclub and uses it in wicked, wicked ways. Find out how wicked in this issue of one of my favorite ongoing comics series. Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Be Kin, number 2, is from Dark Horse Comics. The story and art are by Jeff Darrow. In the last issue, an iguana tells his iguana son about the first time he met the Shaolin Cowboy. The issue ended with all hell breaking loose as a grown man baby chased the cowboy and the iguana through the desert wearing the skeleton of a dinosaur as mech armor. It's just another routine issue of craziness in Shaolin Cowboy, where every page is a feast for the eyes and threatens to irreversibly warp the mind. I highly recommend this series. Finally, we have Red Room, Trigger Warnings, number 3, from Fantagraphics Books. The story and art are by Ed Piskor. The most shocking comic book on the stands just got shocking-er. Meet Mr. MFT, a human taxidermist, but this weirdo has a secret. He's really attempting to uncover the secrets of the Red Room and expose its supporters for the sickos that they are. The thought plickens in this twisted final issue of this awesome horror series. That's it for this week's haul. I'll be picking up a bunch of these titles this week, including Red Room, Shaolin Cowboy, The Silver Coin, Something is Killing the Children, NOCTERRA, I Hate This Place, and I'll be taking a chance on The Lonesome Hunters and probably NOOK. How's about you? Let me know which ones look good to you down in the comments.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're